Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, ma'am.
Doing good, great. Where are you from?
I'm from Bihar, and it's a third time when I'm talking to the third tutor on this app.
What do you do?
Uh, like, uh, I'm a student right now.
Okay,
Like, I'm going to pursue my graduation, but right now I'm not doing actually. Because of
alright,
pandemic lockdown, I had to drop my study for 1 year. But again, I will
okay.
start doing study.
Mm-hmm. So, are you planning on resuming anytime soon?
Yeah,
Okay, that's good, alright. So, you have stayed in Bihar since forever, or do you plan to move for your studies somewhere else?
yeah. I mean, most probably I will moving out of my state for education purpose. But let's see what happens. Actually, I don't know what time will show me. Everything cannot happen with my expectation.
Absolutely. Past one and a
Yeah,
half year has shown that nothing actually
yeah,
moves up to our expectations. So it's
exactly.
unpredictable. So we cannot really
Yes,
make plans beforehand. So it's good if we just go with the flow. Because
yeah,
for the past 2 years, surviving has become the topmost priority. Studies
exactly.
and everything else can just come after that. You just have to live through the day. That's the most important.
Yeah, that's the reason actually. I mean, that's the main reason why I have to drop my study. But again, I will start.
Yes,
Yeah,
so you can anytime you can resume your studies. There is no age limit that you can just till this
yeah,
time you have to be completed. Studying is
yeah.
you can do it lifelong. No issue.
Yeah, but I took drop of only 1 year actually. Like previous year, I passed all standard, and then I took drop of
Okay.
1 year. But even in that 1 year, I was preparing for some examination, but unfortunately, I couldn't crack that examination. But it was not like a drop, but yet you can say that it was a drop.
You focus more on your exam preparations rather than anything else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. No problem. That's okay. All right. So I would like to ask you what are the major areas where you face difficulty while speaking in English?
Well, to all the tutors I have been talking, I have been telling same thing that I like you to work on my grammatical areas, grammatical portion. Like a lot of time I do mistake while constructing sentence. Yeah, so it's mainly a minor mistake, but I want to work on that actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Apart from taking your sessions, what other activities have you adopted for your spoken English skills?
Apart from that, I like to watch videos and I like to talk with the people on different platforms like
Very nice.
WhatsApp. WhatsApp. I'm talking to my friends, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I do actually. And with that,
Okay.
I also prefer to read newspaper. And
Very, very
yeah, I
good.
mean, I
That's a
talk.
very nice habit, reading
And I
newspapers.
talk. And in my house, I always talk to my siblings in English language. Yeah,
Very nice. Okay. And do your
yeah, I do
siblings
this.
they respond in the same way as you do?
Yeah, initially they were not replying, but now they reply in English language. Yeah, initially they were not replying,
Okay.
but now they
How
reply.
young are they?
My sister is of almost 14 to 15-year old.
Okay.
Yeah, and my youngest brother is about 17-year old.
17, elder one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that's good that you have started
No,
making them practice.
not elder one. Youngest brother.
Youngest
Youngest
is
brother is 17
7,
year old. My youngest brother is 17-year old.
20. Are you saying 20? Why am I not hearing you properly?
17,
17.
one
Right,
seven.
right. Got it,
Yeah,
got it.
17.
Okay. So that's
Yeah,
good. You have put them into practice from the very beginning. That you are continuously talking to
yeah,
them in English. That's actually putting them also in practice.
yeah,
Okay, that's good. You don't watch any
yeah.
movies or web series?
No, I don't watch. I don't like to watch web series, so that's the reason I
Okay.
don't watch. But yeah, I do like to watch prank videos and comedy videos, and most of them are from America. Like I watch the content of America actually.
Very
Yeah,
nice. You watched
but not
Friends?
movies and web series.
Have you watched
Sorry.
Friends? Friends, the show?
No, I don't watch that. Mainly, I watch prank videos actually. Always prank videos. Yeah,
Okay, all right. See, because movies and web series they become a very important part when you're actually getting a continuous input of the language. So I would
yeah,
suggest if you're not interested, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to look at it from a point of view of learning, then I would say you should give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, till now I haven't watched a single web series, so that's the reason I don't know. I don't have interest towards that actually.
Okay. No
Yeah.
problem. If you're not interested, that's fine. We always have alternatives. I'm just giving you an option. If you are not
Yeah.
looking at it from an interest point of view, you can look at it from a learning point of view. That you're just learning out of something out of it. That's why you're putting it into your schedule. Sole reason. But it's okay. You said you watch videos on YouTube as well, English
Yeah.
content. That will suffice. That is actually replacing the web series and movies that I put you with. But that's okay.
Yeah.
You read newspapers every day.
Yeah. I read that.
Okay, very nice. Newspaper is actually for enhancing vocab, right? Because you get pretty good
Yeah.
words in
I
newspapers.
mean, I have a question regarding this, ma'am. Like, I have a lot of vocabulary in my mind, but I don't use the perfect word at the perfect situation. Like, I want to use high-level word meaning in my conversation, but it really becomes tough for me to add those word meaning in my conversation. I have word meaning, but I don't add them in my conversation. I don't remember at the exact situation.
I would say sometimes it happens with learners as well that they are very good with high profile words, right? They know the meaning, they know the word, they know how it should be put into sentence. But despite knowing these things, they put those words in certain sentences where it is not required, you know, because there are certain synonyms and every word cannot be put into every sentence, right? Like
Yeah.
if you say that, okay, this is the word and it has five or six synonyms, which means similar, but you
Hmm.
cannot put all those synonyms within that sentence. No, this is the foundation that you have, okay? So I would say what I do is I use very simple vocab from my side. And I make sure that whatever words I'm using, I should be thorough with their meaning and how exactly that is supposed to be used. Knowing high end profile words but not exactly knowing how to use them in your sentence, it doesn't matter. If you're using
Yeah.
simple words but in a precise way, then you tend to have a good vocabulary. Don't always judge your vocabulary with high profile words.
Yeah, like I mean, ma'am, like what happened? Like I watch a lot of videos. Like you must be knowing about Mr. Sashi Tharar. Like he's one of the best speaker of India. So whenever I watch his video, actually, I do understand half or like 60, 70%
The words
of his
he's
video.
using.
Yeah, but I don't understand everything. Actually, I have to make a conclusion of the video because I can't understand everything what he says.
Right. I would say, the first step towards learning the language is actually clearing out your basics, no grammar error, tenses, sentence structure. All these things, they come towards the first step. Improving your vocabulary to use high end words, that actually comes later because you have to
Yeah.
start with the basics, right? If your basics, your grammar error, there is any mistake within your sentence structure, then there will be no point using a high end profile word, right? So I always make sure that first the basics should be absolutely clear, no errors. Okay. Sometimes people make errors with tenses. Sometimes the sentence structure is not up to the mark. There are grammatical errors. So all these things they actually make a little error within the sentence, within the learning of the language.
Yeah, man.
Okay. But you do a good thing. You do newspapers, you read them, you have good profile. So I would say for improving your vocabulary, like you said, when you have those words or meanings, try forming a sentence of your own with those words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? It doesn't really matter if you think your sentence is right or wrong, it's just a practice. When you're writing a word along with its meaning, frame a sentence just underneath it to see if you are putting that word in your sentence correctly or not.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you have a doubt that, okay, this sentence is not really seeming correct or I don't think I've used the word correctly, you can ask any of the speakers on the platform that whether I've used this word in the correct form or not.
Yeah.
Okay? But first, I would want you to try forming a sentence on your own. Then we will judge if it is right or wrong.
And ma'am, like with that, sometime what happened when I talk to the people, I speak too fast. So I want to get a kind of pause in between my sentence. So uh, I also want to work on this person actually. Like I have been talking to a lot of my friends, and they have been complaining me about a single point that you speak too fast. You should take a pause while you speak. So how can I work on this point, ma'am? Like if I want to take pause in between speak.
Honestly, I would say you have talked to me absolutely fine. All your pauses, all your gaps in between were actually very good. So I did not notice
Yeah.
that you speak too fast. Is it because you're talking to a speaker? That's why.
Yeah, ma'am. Yesterday I was talking to a friend, like she was from Kolkata, and she told me that you have to take pause while you speak. It's really tough for me to understand you because you don't take pause. You keep on speaking continuously. You add sentence after sentence. You don't take pause. So she was having this sort of complaint regarding me. So I thought
Okay.
she might be right. And like
All
it's
right.
been same complaint. It's been same kind of complaint from a lot of people to me.
All right. Okay. You know, people tend to speak fast when they think that they'll be making a mistake. So they don't really give time to put in two sentences together. They just join together
Yeah.
so that they don't make mistakes. They're just in a flow. And when a person is just in a flow, the amount of error it tends to reduce. That is the reason that people tend to make these sort of things that without giving a pause, they are making two sentences. That is not actually true. When you are making a mistake, no matter whether you give a pause or not, the mistakes will be there. Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, I would say uh, when you're forming a sentence, keep it in your mind that you have to put in a pause. Okay, every time when you're talking. If it will stay in your subconscious, then you will be more, focused towards giving pauses in between.
Yeah.
So I would say keep reminding yourself again and again that you have to pause between two sentences.
Yeah. And ma'am,
And also,
one
yeah,
yeah, like whenever I speak, I feel like I don't construct sentence in my mind. I feel like all the sentence has been memorized in my mind, and I speak automatically. Like I don't feel like I'm making the sentence, I'm constructing the sentence. I don't feel like that. I feel like that I have remembered all the sentence and I'm speaking actually. It feels like that
okay,
actually. Yeah,
all right.
so I think it's a problem to me.
This happens every time.
Yeah, it happens every time. Like I don't feel that my mind is constructing sentence, or rather I always feel I'm just speaking like, but I don't feel like I'm
Something that you've
constructing
already
sentence.
memorized.
Yeah, it feels like I have memorized all the sentence of English, and I'm just speaking. Like I'm not applying tense, I'm not applying voice, I'm not applying narration, I'm just speaking actually. It That's the reason actually.
I would say don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Because I have seen you talk and you speak good, right? Errors, the basic errors that I found was preposition. Where to put in, where to put on, where to put at. These
Yeah,
were the
yeah,
main errors with you, okay?
yeah.
So
Like
where you had to put at, you were using on. Where you had to put to, you were using at. There was a mixture of these
yeah,
prepositions.
like it's been a long time. I studied preposition and conjunction. Like I studied these in my junior classes, so that's why I forgot everything. And for almost 3 years, I have not been looking on the grammars on the grammar section. I'm just looking on the mathematics, physics, and chemistry. So I forgot what preposition and all those chapters. So I'm speaking, just coming my mind and just yeah, all that's all.
This is what, these are the things we call or we categorize them as grammatical errors. These
Yeah,
are the things, right? So you have to brush up on them. It's important. And you don't have to like go
yeah,
through your books again and see what exactly is to, what exactly is to, from, at. No, you don't have to do that. The only way of brushing this up is keep talking. Okay? Because
yeah,
the time to go through the books, it is gone. You know the basics. When you'll open your book of grammar, you'll see, I know this. So there is no need for you to go back to your book because you have to put those rules into your sentences. And the only way by which you can do that is you'll keep on talking.
Yeah, like I mean,
Okay.
why does it happen? I think no one noticed my mistake. When I talk to people, they don't notice it. But it can happen only if I talk to the tutor. Only they can notice my mistake. Like it's not possible. Even someone who is really good at speaking, even he or she cannot notice my mistake if he is not good at grammar actually. So that's why it happens with me. Regardless of I talk with a lot of person, they don't notice my mistake, and still my mistake is always a mistake. Yeah.
Actually, what happens when your sentence structure is good, right? You speak in a flow. You speak with a nice structure. So nobody really cares about the grammar. This is the thing, okay? Because they are more focused on the way you talk. That is why some people just ignore. They're like, it's fine. But here, what we try to do is even a minor mistake is considered a mistake, right?
Yeah. I
And
mean, I have
the
seen
learner
that.
should be aware of them.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was talking to the previous tutor, I spoke that some people thinks. Then the tutor corrected me and she told me that it is some people think.
Think
It's not a some people thinks. So
that
it
subject
came
verb
to
agreement part, right? When your
yeah,
subject is plural, then your accompanying verb should be plural as well,
yeah,
or something that way, right? So this is the
yeah,
main thing. So I would say when the rest of the public is like not correcting you, it's because you speak well and they don't really want to like put in these minor things into your brain. Like you speak good, so they just ignore. But you are here for a reason. You want to work
yeah,
on your mistakes. So
yeah,
that's
man.
why it's our job to point everything out.
Yeah, I mean, that's why whenever I start talking, I always told them that like whenever I do any mistake, just suggest me and correct it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right?
I do this.
That is
And I
definitely
want
going to happen.